What's going on? Welcome back to the Stage Alpha Garage with me, Shaker, and this is the new shop truck. It's a 1998 GMC K1500 Sierra. It's got four-wheel drive and the littler 305 V8. So I mean, like 305, 350, it's like the same thing, right? I mean, just rearrange the numbers. We've got a new shop truck to work on. So maybe I'll take you for a walk around and show you it, and we also got a large amount of parts to go into it because it severely failed its inspection. Let's see if we can bring this thing back around, and if not, well, shoot. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let's start at the passenger side here. It's going to be a little dark. The rockers are pretty well shot. Needs to fix those. The bottom of the door, sorry. But the rockers are rough as well. There's a tiny hole under the floor here that needs to be fixed apparently. It is a 3-door, so that's good. And we got the red and burgundy interior, whatever you want to call it. Rear bench seat. Front 60/40 seat. Toolkit in case it breaks down on the road. It's got dice in the mirror. I mean, you always need that. But as you see, more of the rockers need work down here. Cab corner's been worked on before. Lovely. That'll be fine. The wheels and tires aren't bad. I painted those with some gloss black trim clad and matte clear coat. Turned out pretty well. Bunch of stuff has to go to the landfill. Bumper's no good. She's a little rusty underneath. Exhaust needs some work. Brakes need some work. Need some more body work down this side. It's not all the way through there yet. Cab corner though, that's, well, there ain't much left of that. She's only a 1-door on this side. More rocker work. It's got about 307,000 kilometers on it. 4-wheel drive, of course. Blower motor doesn't work. I think the radio does work. Some of the door electronics work, some of them don't. It's got the old cigarette smoker visor, but she's popping off, needs some new tape. Bottom of the doors, well, they're coming apart too. I think the front brakes are alright. She's got a little bubble on the front end here. And in case you haven't noticed, this is a 98 GMC Sierra K1500. Decent old truck. Front bumper's nice, front grille, front end looks good. And we just got the little baby 305. But if we just rearrange the numbers, then we'll have a 350. That's how that works, right? I don't believe the motor needs much work. I think I got some spark plugs for it. Got a new battery for it. The one that was in it when I bought it was El Tosto. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of parts. That's the pile of parts, and we still got a few more coming. A few more goodies. So I think what we're going to jump into today is get the front suspension fixed up. During the inspection, apparently the pitman arm or the idler arm is ready to kill. Mechanic's own words. So we're going to fix that up. We're going to put a new idler arm, new pitman arm, new tie rod ends, new inner tie rods too, I think, maybe, and new adjusting sleeves. A whole lot of new stuff on the front end. And that's where we're going to start. So let's get into it by jacking up the vehicle, getting the wheels off, and start unbolting some of this old rusted junk. Here we are, all jacked up and a front end to remove. So we're going to replace the pads and rotor, tie rod end, lower ball joint, complete upper control arm, sway bar link, CV shaft, lower control arm bushings, which will mean we'll have to take the torsion bar off, or loosen it anyway. New sway bar link, even though that one looks decent, we'll just throw that in the toolbox for something else possibly. I guess there really is nothing else other than to get into it, start tearing it apart. What will we need? Some pliers, impact gun, electric and air, we'll use both. Grab a couple wrenches, and I've already sprayed everything down, spray it down some more with penetrating fluid. Yeah, let me go grab that stuff, be right back. And we got some tools, some sockets, wrenches, pliers, more wrenches, a helping hand, and I guess we'll just get into it. You know, I should probably start with disconnecting the battery. It is about 26 degrees Celsius today, nice toasty one. Don't know if you can tell by the extra water, the extra sparkle on my face. There goes Mr. Burnouts. That's a big one. Still going. I think he just finished. Are we starting off with the grinder? Is that what we're doing? First things? Well, there we have it. First things first. Grind the nut off. The brakes have a hex key on the back here. It's a 3/8, in case you care. Get in here, mosquito. Get. Well, those front pads aren't in bad condition at all. We'll leave that in there for now for reference. I guess we'll just set it there until we get the rest apart. To 27. I need like a 25 or 26, but that's a big ass ball joint in that. Well, it's not really good for brake lines to hang by themselves. That should do the trick for now. Boom! Upper bowl joint is off. I don't think this knuckle is coming off this hub. I really don't. Next up, we'll pop the CV axle out. Time to refer to the book before I break something. I've got all the bolts out of the CV shaft, but what am I missing? Do I just have to get in there with a pry bar? Looks like I just gotta slide under there and pop it out. So let's do that. Okay, we're completely disconnected now. CV shaft's loose. All we gotta do is get this ball joint loose. I guess we'll keep hammering on it. I don't know about this one. We might have to go get that axle nut first before we get the knuckle off. Seems to have no interest in budging. The starter was replaced at some point. It's nice and shiny. Look at that shock. That thing is wrote off. TEO. Don't know if that's the name of the brand or what, but broken. That's what that is. Upper control arm broken. This thing is 100% rust. But we'll bring it back around. Should be a good vehicle when we're done with it. Woo-wee! Well, we had to go to the store and get a new socket. 36 millimeters. Not bad though, only $10. So, pretty good. Let's see if it works. we'll try the impact first, the old electric gun. And if not, we'll move over to the air. I mean, that's just the way it goes, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I gotta say, I'm pretty surprised. It's actually working.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
That was on there well. You guys enjoy all that racket? Popped right out. Surprisingly, I didn't even need to beat on her. Didn't have anything to do with all that rat-a-tat-tatting we were just doing. We don't want to lose these two pieces for now. Might have to reuse them, maybe not, who knows. We'll see. Put them over with the rest of the nuts and bolts. It's a good thing I wear safety sandals. That would have hurt. Well, there's our hub and knuckle. I don't know if you can see, but the bolts in there and those 3 holes are stripped to shit. I don't know if we'll be able to get them out. I think this will be a new knuckle. The other side though, I think will be alright. Wheel bearing looks like garbage, all kinds of junk in it. A little tore up. I guess the next thing to do is start popping ball joints, and well, we'll do that. Maybe I think we'll pop the ball joint when we take the control arm actually off, because we have to replace the 2 bushings in here. So that means torsion bar has to come off, which means I need a torsion bar tool. So yeah, torsion bar tool, passenger side knuckle, and that's it for now, I think. We'll be back once we go pick those up. Hey, what's up? We got the torsion bar unloading tool on order. I ordered it online because it was on sale, a hell of a lot cheaper than it was anywhere around here in town. So while we wait for that, so we can get the lower control arms out, and then we can get the sway bar arm out, and then we can change the idler and pitman arm. We're going super deep into this one. I'm gonna try to get the exhaust manifolds off. Where they connect the flanges at the bottom of the manifold to the Y pipe are completely rotted. I can't even get a socket on them, and it's really nothing even to get a socket onto. So I'm going to take them off from the engine first, and then that'll give me a little wiggle room to play with them down bottom, so we can either break those bolts off, cut them off, or whatever we have to do to get them off. And then we'll take the rest of the Y pipe off. We'll get the new shorties on, which I'm about to show you as soon as we get these ones off, and then we can modify the Y pipe to fit the new shorties. So it's going to be a lot of taking stuff apart, and yeah, hope you enjoy. Oh, where do we even start? I guess we'll start on the driver's bank, left bank here, and try to get this one off first. It seems to be the most accessible. The right bank, you got to pull the air filter box off and stuff like that, which we got a new air filter, by the way. I'll show you that too. It's one of them high performance ones, so we can get all the horsepower out of this. You know, the extra 50 or 60 that those air filters give you. That's right, right? At least that. And if the AC doesn't work, we can get a shorter belt. That's another 100 horsepower right there freed up. Because, you know, 305s, we're all about the horses. Shoot, where do I even want to start? Oh, feeling tired today, to be honest. But let's get it up in here and see what we can do. How's that? Can you guys see anything? A little higher up here maybe, and tilt you down a bit more. There we go. Hopefully you guys don't see that light coming in from the side there, blinding the hell out of the camera. I don't think so. Oh man, that camera is filthy. I gotta get that little wipe down. What do we got here? Got a little toilet paper, fix you guys up. Oh yeah. Mwah. Now you can see me perfect. Get my professional stand here. And yeah. We'll get cracking bolts. It's really dark for you guys, isn't it? I've been spraying the bolts down with a bunch of crap. Penetrating fluid and silicone lubricant. Let's hope that works out for us. Maybe I'll just throw you guys on time lapse for this? Yeah, I think you'd like that, wouldn't you? Not sure if this is gonna work, but I needed to heat up the bolts for the exhaust manifold. And I figured a great way of doing that was to just run the vehicle for 10 minutes. So that's what we did. We'll see if it works. Let's see if we snap off a bunch of bolts in the manifold, or in the head, which would really suck. So I don't want to take heads off. I don't want to go that deep into this thing. I might just sell it if that happens. Just quit while I'm ahead. Hopefully the electrician will be around eventually there, and we'll start getting some power hooked up in this garage. It'll be a little easier to work. You know, that may have just worked. Third one came loose, but it's keeping my socket. Fine, we need a short one anyway. Only 2 more to go if we can get them. Looks like we're going for a climb. Get up in here. That's the 6th. Oh man, I can't believe they all came off. Oh, they're not out yet, but they are all loose on the driver's bank, left bank. Alright. I'm going to turn the air compressor on and grab the air ratchet and get that off. While that compressor is filling up, I'm going to work on getting the left bank out, or the right bank, sorry. To do that, we're going to have to take off the air box just to get access down there, which is no big deal. It's just one hose there and a couple clamps. Nothing big, nothing big. So we'll be back after we get that done. Well, 11 of the 12 manifold bolts have successfully, difficult word I guess, have successfully been removed. The 12th one, right back here near the firewall, the last one, well, there's not much of a head left on it. Couldn't put a 12 on it, couldn't put an 11 on it, don't have a nut extractor big enough or small enough to fit on it. I guess I have them big enough, just not small enough. I can't get the big grinder down in there, so I need a die grinder, and I've needed one before. So it's about time I go get one, I guess. Nice little angle grinder, die grinder, so I can cut the head off that, and then hopefully use some vice grips to get the stud out. And if that doesn't work, then we'll have to get a stud extractor. I do not want to remove this head. I want to do everything possible not to remove the head. And then yeah, the driver's side manifold is ready to come off. So once we get this side done, we'll be able to cut the pipe that was welded in where the catalytic converter was supposed to be. I guess that was worth more money to whoever owned this truck before me than leaving it on there. But I got a new one to go on, so we'll put a new catalytic converter on there, just a universal one. I didn't buy the whole Y pipe, that was just too much money. Now we'll modify the Y pipe with the new exhaust pieces to fit on. So yeah, I'm gonna go find some of that stuff that I need. Got a whole list here. And we'll be back. See you then. Oh, how's it going? It's been a hot week. It's great for relaxing, hanging out at the lake or the river or the beach or whatever. But getting work done, not so great. So I've been really slow at this. All I've done so far is get most of the front end torn apart. As you can see, got the CV axle out. Lower control arm is kind of out. It's loose. But I can't get the torsion bar out. It's rusted into the key. So we're just gonna change the bushings right there and then put it back. Change the ball joint right there, put it back. Hopefully that all works out. The other side looks exactly the same, but what we have to do today is get the pitman arm off. And in order to do that, I guess, we have to take these 3 bolts out here. Excuse me, I'm a little tired. A little warm, a little tired. And from the top, we have to take the steering shaft off. So that's what we're going to jump into this morning, and then we'll start putting stuff back together. The idler arm, I was going to change that out, but I thought I could just do the arm and not the bracket, but I can't get the arm off the bracket, so we're doing the arm and the bracket. And now I have to wait for another week for the bracket to come in. But we should be able to get everything else put back together, and we'll put that in when it arrives. And then we can move to the back end, and then we can move to the body mounts. So much more work to do. Let's get into it. That was messy. It was so oily and power steering fluids everywhere on top of whatever other fluids might be under that truck. But we did get the power steering pump out. Oh, I won't pick you up for that. But we did get the power steering pump out. Oh, there it is. Now we gotta get the pitman arm off. Oh, it's so greasy. We'll need to give it a wash too. I do have to go get a 34mm socket from the old. I do have to go get a 34mm socket from the good old Princess Auto. It's starting to rain now, so you're gonna listen to that on my metal roof. I hope you like white noise, because that's what's coming. Should make for a cooler day working on the truck though. It already is cooler. I'm not completely drenched yet. Getting there, not completely. That was my own sweat, not the rain. Yeah, so I think we'll give this a bit of a hose down. We'll plug the holes on it obviously so we don't get any water in there. Maybe we'll do it when we get back. I'll go to Princess Auto first. Get my new socket. Oh, my hair's everywhere. Time for a haircut. Just a little one. Yeah. And then the next fun task is wrangling it back in there, which isn't going to be too bad. We'll get that set back up. It was actually pretty easy to come out, in all honesty. I think the tougher job is going to be getting those control arm bushings out. Yeah, the back ones on the lower control arm, those ones, that's what I'm talking about. But we'll do it. We'll get into it. Yes, we will. So, yeah, going to the store, and I'll be back. That's a lot of rain coming down. Glad we got back inside before it fully came down. Whew. We got the power steering pump all, or gear box, whatever you want to call it. That's heavy. Cleaned up. We went to spray it with some degreaser and sprayed it off outside. Guess we could have just left it in the rain. Now we're gonna pop off that 34 millimeter nut with our new socket, 34 mil, and yeah, we'll try to get this new pitman arm on and get this gearbox back in the truck, and maybe we'll get a bit of these suspension bits fixed up as well. Wouldn't that be great? Let's jump into it. Oh. Everything on this truck is greasy. I don't know how there's so much rust. There's just so much grease. It doesn't make sense. The two don't compact. Well, first off, I guess we'll clean up the threads on those, put some thread locker on them, and the bolts to hold the pump in, and we'll fandangle one of them in there, and yeah. There we go, the rain's calming down. You probably can't hear anything I'm even saying. My air gun leaks really bad. I need to get a new seal for the bottom of it, I think. It depletes the air out of my tank really quick. So we'll get all set up here, and we'll zap this off. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. Alright, we gotta be quick. Oh, very good, that came off. Now let's go get the puller. You think it's safe to put a little heat on that? Oh shit! Well, that fought me every bit of the way getting off there. Jumpins almighty. I couldn't, I broke the first pitman arm puller. I don't think I broke my other one, thankfully. The 3-arm puller that I was using that you saw me use. We did, however, get the pitman arm off. And the way I got it off in the end was with that 3-arm puller, but I had to put a little slice in her. You can see that. Oh, yeah, there you go. You can see that pretty good right there. And then it finally released. So let's hope we didn't damage the gearbox. Let's have a look. Oh. No sir, no damage. Thankfully, we did that alright. That seal that's in there, I don't know if I can get another one of those. I'm gonna find out though. It doesn't really matter, because I'm going to put it back together the way it is. As much as I would like a seal. Now we'll clean these threads up and then we'll lift this back up in there and get it bolted back to the frame and move on to maybe the lower control arm. I think that's the next project. Like I said, the idler arm bracket we're waiting on. So we'll do the lower control arms next, and then we'll put the sway bar back in with the new bushings and just keep on trucking. There's that seal I'm talking about. I'm just going to clean it up and put it back together. Okay, we're all set here. Let's tilt you back down, because you probably like that more. Hopefully that's a good angle. So we got the threads all cleaned up. I put a little anti-seize on it. I don't know if you're supposed to or not, but I'm sure this will have to come apart again in the future. Maybe not. I don't know if the truck will survive that long to outlast this pitman arm. I cleaned up the seal, got that snugged back down there, almost. There we go. That's pretty good. We'll get the nipple and the pitman arm here. Now let's see about getting this back on. Like a glove. Well, now that we have that done, let's get this back in here and continue on. Would you believe this is the second time I've put this in? I forgot to torque the pitman arm, so I took it back out to torque it. That was a pain in the ass. Got it done. All kinds of steering fluid on my garage floor now I gotta fix. Not fix, but clean up. You know what I'm saying? first few threads into that one. And what do we do here? Knocking stuff over. Oh, you prick. Two out of the three. I think that's three out of the three. First new part in? Yes. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, yep. So happy I stuck my foot in the fluid hole. But we got our pitman arm in. It's the first new part we've installed. So things are starting to go the right way. Now let's get up top, connect the steering shaft, and yeah, move over to these. Also, if you're interested in seeing how to do, I can't talk upside down apparently. If you're interested in actually seeing how to change this, there's a very good video. I'll post it in the link below. I'm not affiliated with them or anything. I just think the video is really good. I didn't think I was going to have to take the steering box out to do it, and that video really showed me exactly what to do very clearly, very easily. Perfect. All right, let's go get those lines connected. Oh. We got that first battle beat. Pitman arms in, the nuts torqued to 184 foot-pounds. The frame bolts on this side, 100 foot-pounds. Steering shaft is connected. The hose lines are reconnected. And one of the old hoses was replaced at some point. And they didn't even cut the hose long enough. I didn't even have to pull it off the thing. No wonder the steering gear was empty and soaked in fluid. That's probably where it was all coming from. So, don't know the last time this actually had power steering, but probably been a while. Now, we're going to try to get the ball joint out, get that replaced, and I think we're pretty much going to call it a day after that. I am soaked from sweat, a little tired, and need a shower. But, let's continue on for now. Maybe we'll even continue on further. Who knows? We'll see when we get to that point. We'll let that get nice and toasty. Enjoy that fire show. Well, I think we got the ball joint coming out now. Like everything else, it was in there really good. We cooked it with some heat though. And that seems to have helped out a lot. Sweet. First old ball joint out. Let's get the new one in. Here's our new ball joint. Original grade. Morning, everybody. Going on a little adventure this morning with our U-Haul pickup and trailer. We're gonna go get a parts truck for that shop truck that I bought because I didn't buy enough parts, I guess, and I need some more parts. Parts. Anyways, it's nice and early this morning, so we're gonna get on the road, and it's about an hour and a half, and we'll see you there. Just stopped here at the old fast food joint to get some breakfast, they call it, and we got a Ford for a U-Haul. Gotta tell you, my daughter does not like Fords. Complain. I don't know. Truck is a truck. I don't think it matters what brand. They all break. They all work. Anyway, yeah, she's in at that old fast food joint up there, and we're just getting on the road. So hopefully we'll be there in about an hour and 15 minutes. See you there. This thing's gonna be such a piece of shit. Well, let's see if OG vice grips can wiggle that stud out of there. Jesus, there I go. She's all jacked up and I'm standing on a milk crate. Oh, don't need that. Don't need any of you really either right now. Just tuck you up out of the way here. So maybe we'll pull those spark plugs out first. Well, if these aren't original, I am impressed somebody replaced it with OEM Delcos. Pretty sure that's what they... Oh shucks, them probably brand new. I'm not sure why that stud had to be the annoying one right at the back. I mean, come on. I'm too damn short. Oh, that hurt. Oh, yep. Well, I think it's turning. I can't tell exactly, but I think it is. Ah, good enough. It's gone. It's out. Oh. Now let's see if we can't get that manifold on there. We got some Felpro gasket to go on instead of the whatever it was that came with the manifold. Shorty header, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. Well, here it goes. Try number one. All right, let's try again. Well, it's got to be somewhat right. Right? Well, I got the manifolds on, but I thought maybe the gasket that I was using, the Felpro, was messing things up on the passenger side here. So I tried the gasket that came with the kit on the driver's side, but on both sides I can't get two bolts in the same spot. I'll show you here. So down. A little dark, sorry, but that bolt there and that bolt there in the back. I couldn't get either one of those bolts on driver's side or passenger side started, so I'm gonna leave it for now, see how bad of a exhaust leak it is. And I think a better thing to do would be to put studs on with nuts, but I don't know if there's enough room for that either. These manifolds, they're too cheap. I shouldn't have bought them. But sometimes when you buy cheap shit, you get cheap shit. And this is cheap shit. So, let's see if it'll leave. Let's see what it runs like anyway. We've got new spark plugs in, the wires hooked back up. Batteries reconnected. Let's get the glove out of there. Oh, another glove there. Let's get the gloves out. That's that. There's no coolant or anything hooked up, so we'll only kick it over for a second. Anyway, I'll set you up here so you can watch. Well, she's got some bark to her. Anyway, tomorrow we're going to finish up with getting that front end back together and get this thing back into the shop for a little bit. We still got to build up the exhaust. I'm going to use the old Y pipe hopefully, or I might have to get something new made up. We'll find out. Hopefully I can use the old exhaust with the new shorty headers because I don't want to spend too much more money. I got welders, so let's do it that way. Yeah, I'm gonna get cleaned up. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey, we're back for the last day on this truck build, thankfully. I mean, it's not the last day for the build, but it's the last day for what we were doing. We got the front end done. New shocks, new control arms, new everything on the front end. Right from the brakes into the pitman arm, we got her new. So that's all done. Got a new air filter up top like you saw, some new spark plugs, and some new headers. I don't know if you can see them down in there, probably not. Not really. But it's good, they don't fit. The website said they were good for up to a 1998, but when I got the box, they're only good up to a 1995. And two of the bolts on both banks don't fit. So, if six don't hold it, so if four don't hold her, six never would, right? I think that's what they say over there on Puddins or Mortsky or Vice Grip Garage, one of those guys. I can't remember which one. They're all pretty good, so you should go check them out. It's gonna be super loud when we fire it up because I don't have the Y pipe hooked up. It's just straight out of the shorty headers. And we still have the ass end to do. We gotta do the rear shocks, rear brakes, rear axle seals. We gotta do every single body mount and cab mount on this thing. And then we got some rocker panels and door work to do. And then maybe we can get it out for a provincial inspection, hopefully. So let's back this thing outside and call it a day. Mind your ears, this is probably gonna be loud.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Well, if you're still watching, thanks for watching. And we'll be back for some more. Got to do a lot more work to that truck. As you can hear, we got to build the exhaust for this still. But we got the TIG welder to do it. Just got to get the stainless steel pipe, the gas, and you know, all the other accessories. But please hit that subscribe button, greatly appreciated. That like is also a big thing. If you hit that, I'd like that. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Adios.